I love storytelling, and I love being vulnerable and personal in my music. So I think it's relatable. It's like not gender specific. You can relate to it because everybody, well, I would think that everybody has had troubled relationships at one point in their life.
You see me? Still play, still jiggy. Nobody in the city fucking with me. That's a fact. No kissing. Watch your step. That boy too drippy. Notorious.
From Brooklyn, born in Brooklyn, raised in Elmont, Long Island.
Mr. 516.
Mr. 516. As a kid, I was kind of quiet, like majority of my childhood. But then once I hit like 13 and I started feeling myself, I got a little rebellious, and that kind of like has never left me. So I mean, I was good though. Like I did well in school, played sports. I was a laid back dude, still a laid back dude. Wilding a little bit, but regular kid stuff. I mean, it's in different stages. So like as a kid, my family used to take road trips to Florida. So during those road trips, I would stay up late with my dad, and he would play like all types of music: dancehall, reggae, R&B, like the oldies. You know what I'm saying? And he would play rap too. And that's why I fell in love with music. Like that's where I drew my inspiration for music. But I started writing at like 12, 13 years old with no beats or anything, just random thoughts I would jot down. That's how I started finding a passion for it. Gradually over time, you know, you would find people in the neighborhood that had a studio. Like one thing led to another, and I was fully engulfed in it. Alright, so I'm Jamaican, so it was a lot of Buju Banton. It was a lot of Capleton. At that time, Sean Paul was popping, Bob Marley. The R&B side, it was Whitney, Mary J. Blige, Alicia Keys. And rap, my dad was big on Biggie, Nas, Jay. So I mean, I would say those were like my early influences growing up. It wasn't even like music that I was trying to make. It was more me just penciling my thoughts. I wouldn't say it was a conscious thing. Over time, I developed reciting these words with flow, and then I started like listening to beats on YouTube and trying to like, match it over those beats. So yeah, like it's a weird thing when I think about it, cause like I don't think I intentionally wanted to make music. It just happened. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget, shout out to my boy Derek. So like I mentioned before, I was a shy kid, but once I hit high school, yeah, growth spurt, you start lifting weights a little bit, doing your push-ups, so you start feeling yourself. So Derek, he was known as the rapper. Like he would freestyle for like 5 minutes straight in the lunchroom. We would play, you know, bang beats on the table. He knew I rapped, but you know I was like kind of shy with it. Like I wasn't out trying to rap in front of people, but that was my best friend at the time. He just threw me into a cypher. That's when I felt like, oh shit, like that was the first time I rapped in front of a group of people. I killed it, but it was so far left, because at that time I was a quiet kid that was nice and bold, but I never had any showing that I did music. So once I killed that cypher, that's the first time I felt like, oh, no, like I could do this. Mm-hmm. It was intoxicating, like the reaction from people seeing like the gradual, like, he can't spit, to like, oh, and like, you know, get that reaction from the people, and then I just kept it going from there. It actually happened pretty quickly, because like the word got out pretty quickly from that one cypher. It just became a thing, like free period. We would just get in a cypher, and my name was starting to go around the school. So I actually met my cousin. His name is Warren Wint. He was a couple years older than me, and we actually found out we were related through music. He had a studio. He was like the most popular rapper at that time, like in probably Long Island. He just took me in. He had a setup at his crib, and he told me to come through one day after school. He actually told me how to record. He told me how to count bars. He told me how to, you know, put a hook in between my verses, because I used to just go. Like that was the era where you spit for 5-6 minutes straight, no hook, no nothing. So
cool take vibes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So he showed me how to structure music, and from there, like after school, every day after basketball practice, I would go straight to his crib and just work. Like before I even knew what I was really trying to do with it, I was just recording every day. And from there, I actually saved up some bread, and got my own setup. Then like the output just got even more because I would just not sleep. I would record all night, go to school, come home, record. And this is when you like uploaded your music on Facebook, tweet my song. This is like before YouTube and everything. It was super competitive because it's like a lineage. Like if you know, you know. If you're from that area, it all started with the Mob Bangers, and they were like basically neighborhood superstars. And from there, it was Brendan and Kwani, rest in peace. Then it was my cousin Warren, Automatic, Trevon Jamar, Brody Fresh, and then it was my generation. I kind of like ushered younger dudes rapping in Elmont, and I kind of like spearheaded that. Bro, my boy Klaus, it just goes on. But it was very competitive. Like you had to. It's not like today where you could just be from wherever and say that you rap and nobody knows. Like you had to prove that you were nice. Like you had to spit with the spitters. You had to get in competition. It was like healthy competition. It wasn't a lot of diss records, but you had to spar with your peers, and it was tough because I was the young dude that nobody knew. Like rap, like pretty much everybody before me was known for rapping. I just kind of came in and was just like killing shit. It kind of like rubbed people the wrong way because I didn't pay homage or came a little too quick in their eyes. But I proved myself and gained the respect from a lot of people that way because I didn't care. Like once I knew I was nice, I just kept it going, and you know I earned my respect. I'm fearless. Like, even when I'm scared, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not too concerned about the result. I just put myself in the environment, in the rooms that I want to compete in. I just kind of trust my ability, trust my talent, and let it speak for itself. So I would say I'm fearless, even in situations that I might be a little apprehensive, but I just follow through and let my work speak. It took a while because, like I said, I was just like, I started off as a spitter, and it's kind of funny because like my music doesn't reflect that today. You could tell that I go, but it's not necessarily focused on like raps. It's focused on making good songs today. Maybe my junior year, I started to put together a mixtape. It was kind of controversial at the time because it was called King of Long Island Volume 1, The Making of a King. But people didn't understand, and that's where I started getting a lot of friction because niggas just thought I was arrogant. But I always knew that I wanted to be known amongst the best. So yeah, my junior year, I put out that tape, and from there it was just like multiple projects a year. Alright, so I said, I said that people thought I was arrogant. They had a right to say I was arrogant because, like I said, it happened quick. I was already known for playing basketball, so it was like I wasn't just like some dude in the corner that nobody knew. I was low-key, but like I still, was around and outside. So once I started rapping, it kind of got me in circles that I wasn't naturally in. So, I mean, of course, with that comes with women. And when you're young, getting attention, and you just feel like nothing could stop you, it can cause some issues. And like I said, I'm fearless, so I never back down for nobody. The main thing was the attention. It wasn't just like going to school anymore. It kind of felt like you was that guy coming in. And, I was focused on school, I did well, but it was just like other stuff that came with it. You know what I'm saying? That popularity, just being known around the neighborhood, and then other schools start hearing about you, so it's like, it was a drastic change for real. Kind of rebelled once I started feeling myself. I wasn't like a terrible teenager, but I was wild. I was outside a little too early. There was no telling me no at that time. Like, as far as getting my work done though, nah, I was never distracted, because I come from a Jamaican household. I had to get good grades, or it was no going outside. It was a balance. Like, I had the best of both worlds. Like, I did well, played ball, but I was also in this new environment, this world of rap, world of music. I just fell in love with it. I want to say there was this mixtape I had called Trending Topic on the tail end of me graduating high school. I had this tape called Trending Topic, and my song structure, my song formatting, just my ability to make actual records. I started not producing in the sense that I'm making the beats, but like I was able to hear a beat and identify that, yo, this chick that could sing over here, she needs to do the hook on this record. I was able to be a mastermind behind like composing actual songs now. So like I feel like I graduated my artistry. Like it went from just me spitting, rapping, to actually making catchy, good songs. And that aspect of making music is something I think I even like more than being the frontline person, you know what I'm saying? Like I love it equally, but I really do love constructing a record from nothing. Like I can hear what producer needs to add drums on certain instrumentation. I can hear what rapper's voice needs to be the first verse. I know what singer needs to sing the hook, the bridge. Like I could really construct the whole record from scratch. Trending Topic was the turning point where I felt like I'm no longer just like an amateur dude. Like I should be taken seriously as a rapper. And I actually started recording that at this studio called The Brewery in Brooklyn. Shout out to my guy Nick Brandis. He was my first like official engineer. Taught me how to make real records. My cousin Warren, he showed me how to like the basics, but as far as like engineering and just how a professional record should sound, I gotta shout out Nick Brandis and everybody at the brewery because it just upped my artistry at that point. So Dope Univercity is my brand. It stands for Define Other People's Expectations. So with that, it's really just a collective of my vision for it is just to have a collective of creators and entertainment, period. You know what I'm saying? Not just music. I definitely want to get podcasts going, people that make movies, skits, all types of form of entertainment. Really, it's just a free space to create on a house the best, the most artistic, the most innovative creators. But right now we're just producing music. It's me and my brother Dre Smooth. Right now we're just starting from the ground up. Definitely got a lot more stuff on the way, but right now we're making music. I got merch. Podcasts are definitely in the works. I want to say in the next 5 years it's gonna be like a strong media house. I dropped out of college and I was originally going to school for audio engineering. But at that time, I was actually in real studios, so the stuff that I was learning in class kind of felt like amateurish, because I'm like in real situations with like professional people that have platinum plaques, Grammy nominations, and I'm just like, nah, I can't do this. I gotta really be in the field. So I want to say that was the inspiration for it. It started in 2016 officially, but I've been screaming Dope Univercity for a while before like its actual inception. The reason why I brought up that I dropped out of college, it's kind of like Dope Univercity is like my personal motivation to say that I didn't necessarily need a degree in that field to be successful in that field. I don't condone dropping out of school though. Like if you're in school and you know what you're trying to do, I salute you. But my path is my path, and I'm a firm believer that I'll get to where I need to be.
The judge said no jail, now it's litty. I need to see you move your shoulders if you with me. Yankee brim wide ups looking jiggy. Touching bags while you waiting for a stimmy. Ooh, she bad, brown skin, pretty titties. Who you with? Fuck that, you coming with me.
Honestly, the Better Off as Friends series, if I'm gonna be completely transparent, it's a way for me to vent about my relationships in an artistic way. It's never to bash or demean any of the women that I've been with. I don't use names. I actually combine multiple situations to make like a compelling story. So part one, it kind of talks about how I'm in a relationship where I know I'm in love. I really feel like this is a person that's for me. My mind knows that this is a person that I need to be with, but mentally or, emotionally I wasn't evolved enough to actually handle that. So what do people do when, they can't handle a relationship but, still want to keep it together? They step outside the relationship, and in that song, that's what I spoke on. And if you watch the video, and this is the fabricated part, this is not actually, this situation never happened. I'm at home with my current girlfriend, but my ex that keeps texting me while I'm with this girl pulls up to the crib, and it's a to be continued. But yeah, it's just like art imitating life. I love storytelling, and I love being vulnerable and personal in my music. So I think it's relatable. It's like not gender specific. You can relate to it because everybody, well, I would think that everybody has had troubled relationships at one point in their life. I think it's actually harder for me to like fabricate or like just make music talking about how nice I am. Like, if to me, I always loved, like, to circle back to my inspirations, like those artists that I mentioned, like they spoke with soul, they spoke with conviction. You felt their story through their music. So that's what kind of drew me in to, you know, making music. For me, it's just easier to vent, get my message across when it's genuine, you know what I'm saying? So, nah, I wouldn't say it's difficult. Those are the easier songs for me to make, actually. It's easy to support somebody that you don't know. Like, you could watch American Idol, you could watch anybody on the TV and support that person, clap it up. But when it's somebody near and dear to you, a lot of people don't really get it in the beginning. They think it's just like a fad that you're going through, a phase that you're going through. So, I mean, it's challenging. I definitely, you know, fell out with a lot of people, family and friends, girlfriends too, just because they didn't see the vision. And when you're in this life, it takes a lot of dedication. It's like with anything that you do. If you don't put the reps in, if you don't put the hours in, you're gonna start slipping, especially with the industry and how it evolves damn near every 2 years. Well, now it's like every 6 months. 6 months, it's a new change, a new phase, a new wave in music. So it greatly impacts my life. Those that see the vision and see me have success, you know, have always stayed down from the beginning. And, you know, I appreciate the people that have always held it down. And to the people that didn't get it and we no longer are cool, it's no hard feelings. It's just like something that happens in life. But that's with any industry. Like, I've dated doctors, and it takes a lot of dedication. You're not gonna get what you may want out of that situation, but you just gotta clap it up for that person, you know, who are in their purpose, walking in their purpose, and, you know, pursuing their journey, you know, at full speed, because I'm doing the same and I wouldn't compromise for anybody else. So it's challenging, but it's what you sign up for when you do this. I'm extremely excited for it. It's been a year since Dope Pack Volume 1, so with Volume 2, I want to extend it. I don't want it to just be 3 songs, but I mean, I'm pretty much done with it, just waiting for the right way to roll it out. I want to have videos in the can before I actually drop, so the marketing is more fluid. But with Dope Pack Volume 2, I want to say the quality is even more impactful than Volume 1. I felt like I just gave a taste of what I'm capable of, and like I think that's been a consistent thing. Like, I always strive to do better than what I did before. So Volume 2 is gonna be crazy. I got crazy features on there. It's Elmont heavy, and it's an array of different sounds, and I'm proud of it, and I'm excited to see what it does, because I put a lot of effort into it. It's like a year and some change of me just like scrapping records, adding records, taking records that I scrapped and retooling them, making them better. So I'm excited. I've been through some shit this past year, and I feel like, you know, it's gonna be a good mix of entertaining. You know, I got bops on there, I got serious bops on there, but with this one, I'm talking more about me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with the last one, I just wanted to give people vibes. For Volume 2, it's a good mix of it. It's me talking about the stuff that I've been through in the past year, but I'm also giving you fun vibes in the midst of that. Yeah, so I got Auto 100 Rounds on there. He's a legend, period. Forget Elmont legend, he's a legend from battle rap, to solo records. He's in a group with this dude Monster Matt, and they call C Division. He's just amazing, like one of the best rappers I've ever heard in my life. And I got Klaus on there. That's my boy. That's my day one. Rapping together since like 13, so he's on there. And I'll give you one more. I'm very excited about this record. It's called Call Your Friends Part 2. And it's with this dude named James Lucid. Spitter. Super lyrical. And yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about this, that competition again. Like, you can't step in a room with an elite pen and not, show, improve, you know what I'm saying? So I'm excited, just overall. Look out for me. I'm gonna be doing a lot more. I'm gonna be stepping outside performances, be doing a lot more podcast interviews. I'm just gonna collab more, you know what I'm saying? I've been in my own world. I feel like a lot of us have been in our own world with the pandemic, quarantine, so just be on the lookout for me to be in more collaborative content. I'm just gonna be in a lot of different spaces, and I'm gonna travel more. So, I might be in a random city, collabing with the top artists in that city. I might go to Wisconsin. I might go to Montana, and just really tap in. I want to put my presence across the board and really be out there. But it's always Elmont at the end of the day.
Mr. 516.
Mr. 516. DBD 516 everywhere across all platforms. And for Dope Univercity, it's Dope Univercity and University with a C, not an S. Dope Univercity 16. So I'm out here.
Pop last year was really rough, but we gon' walk till it's back up in the clubs. We don't do rats, no, the city messed up. 2021, all of that is a dub.